welcome back to my channel, The Outcast Speaks. I am Stephanie J, and today I have a message for you all. Okay, so from the title, I can only assume that you have a little bit of a preconception about what I'm going to be talking about today. So, the tone of today's message is mastering yourself. When your main focus is you and bettering yourself, you will not have the time or energy to concern yourself with the things that does not serve you. If you want to win, the best way to win is to focus on the things that you want in life. Anything else must be ignored. Act as if it doesn't exist, because it doesn't. When you are able to master yourself, you don't take things personally. You assess things for what they are and you move accordingly. You become a lot less reactive and you realize issues people may have with you has more to do with them than it does you. Introspection is important if you want to learn how to master yourself. You have to know the ins and outs of you. You have to learn all of your insecurities and understand them. Learn about your behavior and attitude toward everyday things in life, especially your life. Individuals who can confidently say they've mastered something spent years studying that particular thing. If you want to master yourself, take the time to study yourself. You don't need to spend years in isolation for you to do this. Spend some time alone. Go out and do things alone. Find out how you feel towards things. Journal. Visit your past to understand yourself better. One thing that I have been studying over the years is not only myself, but how to master who I am and how to master my emotions. About 3 years ago, so in 2021, I read this book called The Four Agreements. Four Agreements was the first step that I took to learning how to master not only my emotions, but who I am as a person. Why do you want to master who you are as a person? When you are able to master who you are as a person, you win in life. And I'm not going to say nothing bothers you, because you're human. You're still going to get bothered by anything. You can get bothered by anything, but you become less reactive. And this is not to say that you're going to end up being this perfect wusa person, because at least with me anyways, you can still look around and find out. But when you do learn how to master yourself, you also learn what is stopping you from being where you want to be and who you want to be, what is stopping you from being successful. When you learn who you are as a person, that is the only way you can become successful. I had this job interview. Just a quick little side note. I had a job interview, I think it was like 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago, and it was a sales job. And I've honestly never done sales before. I don't know. I've always been the type of person who believes that salespeople are grimy. So I've never wanted to do sales before applying for that job, but I was in desperate need of a job. So I was like, let me just apply. And if I get called for an interview, then it is what it is. And if I get hired, then I'll just do it until I can find a better job. A question that I vividly remember the manager asking me is if I can choose between selling a pen, myself, and I think it was like a piece of paper or something. I can't remember the other object, but it was another inanimate object. Which one would I choose? And I chose myself. He asked me why. And I said, okay, well, nobody knows me more than I do. And I don't know anything else in the world or anyone else in the world more than I know myself. So in order for me to be able to sell something that I'm confident in selling, I would have to choose myself. After I gave him this answer, his mind was completely blown. I ended up getting hired. Like literally the next day I got a call from him telling me that I'm hired. I ended up not taking that job, but I said that to say you have to learn who you are as a person, because that contributes to a lot of things. Not only how you love yourself, but how you show up in the world. So once you understand your behaviors, your how you feel towards certain things, how you react towards certain things, what causes you to react towards certain things, that is when you can really understand your emotions and why you react towards certain things. And it's important to learn these things because that is how you're going to be able to start building who you are and getting to where you want to be. And one thing I always say, and I've said it in my videos before, I've said this in conversations that I've had with people, whether they believe me or not, I don't care. But I truly believe to know yourself is to know God. For all of my religious people, spiritual people out there, if you truly want to know the higher power that you believe in, you have to get to know yourself. To know yourself is to know God. To know yourself is to know the universe. To know yourself is to know your ancestors, your spirit guides, your angels, whatever. For all of my Christians out there, in the Bible, it says that we were created in the image of God. If we were created in the image of God, then doesn't that mean that we ourselves are pieces of God? So if you truly, truly want to know who God is, learn who you are first because you are created in God's image. So there must be some part of you, some pieces of you that resembles, that mirrors God. It can't just be purely physical because a lot of Christians believe God is a man. Okay, so it can't just be purely physical unless women don't believe that they were created in the image of God. But anyway, getting to know yourself and understanding yourself is super important, not just spiritually and mentally, but that is the only way you're really going to be able to master your reality and create and bend reality to how you want it to look like and be like. One of the most peaceful things you can do for yourself is learning how to master your emotions and learning how to master your reactions. When you learn how to master those two things, boy, when I tell you, your life will be so freaking different. The way that I like to think about things is your emotions are your energy, right? And so is your reaction. Your reaction to something is also your energy. Whatever you're putting your energy toward is where your focus is. And if your focus is on something other than the life that you are trying to create for yourself or other than the person that you are trying to be, that doesn't it's like you veered off course, you veered off path, and you want to stay on your course as long as you possibly can. And that's also energy you don't want to give away. Like get why allow someone to get a reaction from you, right? Why allow your emotions to control you? When you are able to really center yourself and really understand that you are the driver in this body, like, wait, you are the driver in this body and in this reality that you are living. You are the captain of this ship, okay? So you have complete control over what you decide to do with your life. And I'm not only talking career wise, I'm talking about in all aspects, which includes your emotions and includes your reactions. Now, we are not robots. So, of course, there are some things that is going to catch us off guard a little bit and we may react to it right away. All right. But we want to limit how many times that happens because the more you are able to catch yourself from reacting impulsively, the more you have learned to master yourself, master your emotions, and master your reactions. And you could be thinking, okay, blah, blah, blah. Why is this important? Why is this important? Because your emotions and your reactions, you have to put out energy in order to give a reaction to certain things. You have to put out energy in order to show emotions for certain things. Okay, so your energy is freaking precious. Your energy is precious, and you want to keep all of that energy for yourself in order to do the things that you want to do, to be where you want to be, and to be who you want to be. So, if you're giving that energy away for free, where is that going to leave you at the end of the day? Where is that going to leave your goals at the end of the day? Where is that going to leave your dreams at the end of the day? Sometimes it is better to just let things roll off your back and just be like, I don't care, because at the end of the day, no matter what someone says about you, no matter what someone thinks about you, no matter what someone feels about you, it doesn't change who you are, and it doesn't change where you're headed. The most important thing is how you feel about you. As long as you feel good about you, and you're not doing people wrong, because she's real. Karma is real. And that is why, personally, I don't bother nobody. I bother nobody. I just try to be my own little bubble. I speak my truth and I keep it pushing. I don't try to mess with anyone because I know how real karma is. Okay. Mind your business. Mind your business and focus. Focus on you. Focus on your goal. Focus on your family. Focus on becoming the best person, the best version of you the world has ever seen. You focus on those things every day, I promise you're not going to be involved in no type of drama. Even if someone tries to drag you into drama, you are going to do your best to steer clear of that drama. Not only is it not worth your energy, but it's also not worth your time. You got bigger and better things to do with your life. You got bigger and better things to do with your time. You got bigger and better things to do with your energy. It's time you start acting like you do. Stop giving in to the temptation of gossip. Stop giving into the temptation of trying to fill a void. Oh my gosh, like that's something that needs to be talked about, because I feel like a lot of people try to fill this void. And that's also why it's important to master yourself, because once you learn yourself, once you learn as much as you can about yourself, you are going to understand that the only person that can fill the void that you are filling is yourself. And the only way to fill that void is to give yourself exactly what you need. And I'm not talking about drugs. I'm not talking about alcohol. I'm not talking about sex. If you are trying to fill a void with any of those things or anything else that's really not healthy, it's time to do some introspection. Find out what you're running from, what void you're trying to fill, and what are some healthy things that you can get addicted to. Get addicted to spoiling yourself. Get addicted to working out. Get addicted to loving on others and showing people compassion. And I know meditation seems cliche. So many people are talking about it. But if I'm being like real with you, meditation is the way to go. Do you have to do it every day? No, you don't have to meditate every day. And there are different forms of meditation you can do. Meditation does not have to look like you sitting in a room by yourself with your middle finger to your thumbs and oming all for 30 minutes or so. Meditation can be something as simple as a quiet drive to your destination, just you and your thoughts, and you paying attention to your thoughts, because that's really what meditation is paying attention to yourself, paying attention to the things that you are thinking about and the things that you might be talking about that you're not aware of. At the end of the day, mastering yourself is just becoming self-aware. A lot of people live their life by just doing things that they've been doing every single day. People live their lives by carrying out habits. Until something comes in to disrupt that, you're going to be living that way day in and day out until you become like self-aware and you just start thinking, okay, I don't like this, so I'm going to change this. Or I like this, so I'm going to keep this, but I don't like this, so I'm going to change this. Your your day is going to look the same practically every day unless you really become self-aware of the things that you are doing every day. Really start paying attention to what your everyday look like. I promise it will surprise you. Like when I started paying attention to what I do every day, um, how I eat, when I shower, when I do certain things, like it low key blew my mind because I was just doing these things so automatically. Like some things you just do without thinking about it, especially when you already know how to do it. When you first started driving, you would think about it, right? Let me make sure I'm in the lane in the lane straight. Let me make sure I check all my mirrors. I don't hit nobody. And even though you should still be doing those things, but now it comes a little bit easier for you because you've been driving for months or years. You've been yourself for years. And some things you just do. It's just like, okay, I know I got to do this. I know I got to do this. I know I got to do this. So you're just doing it without even thinking about it. But the beauty of being alive is being able to slow down your days to really do the things that you enjoy and really understand what it is that you're doing and how it contributes to your now and your future. Sometimes those behaviors will lead to a bright future. Sometimes those are destructive behaviors. So you really just need to hone in on what it is that you're doing and what path you see it carrying you down so that you can choose a different behavior and a different habit if you don't like the path that is taking you down. And sometimes you have to visit your past in order to figure out why you have this habit that is hard for you to shake, or you have this behavior that is hard for you to shake. Visiting your past does not mean you stay in your past. There are times when you have to visit your past to really understand why you have those habits and why you have those behaviors, and then figure out a way to course correct. Once you figure out how to course correct, you don't need to go back there ever. You can rewrite that if you want, but you need to figure out what is going on inside here, inside your mind, inside yourself. Because I don't know if your mind is right here, but you need to figure out what is going on within you in order to course correct. And sometimes that is visiting your past, whether that's through meditation or therapy. It doesn't matter how you get there. What matters is you create habits and you have behaviors that is going to take you to where you want to be. I feel like a lot of issues that people today face is instant gratification, myself included. Like when I say people, I'm not talking about just, oh, I'm the exception of the rule. I struggle with these things too, which is why like I feel like making a video will really help people out because I can also go back and watch these videos and be like, okay, yeah, that's true. Like literally just today I went back and I was watching a lot of my old TikTok videos and I was like, damn, I be dropping bars. Cause that's the realest shit I've ever heard. So yeah, I hope that my videos are is helping someone out there, but all in all, I know that I can go back and watch my videos and it'll at least help me. If I slip back to old behavior patterns, if I slip back to um my former self, right? I know that I can watch my video, I can go back to my videos and listen or watch and be like, okay, yeah, what I am saying makes so much sense. So I need to get back to that. Need to get back to that. But anyway, yeah, mastering yourself is not something that you can do overnight. It takes time. Just like studying a subject in school or whatever, wherever it is that you're studying, whatever it is that you're studying, you don't just get it overnight. You have to keep on studying. You have to keep learning and testing things out for you to really understand the subject. mastering yourself is the same. And I number one, I feel like this is something that needs to be taught in school. That's one beef that I have with the school system, because why are we not taught how to master who we are? I know why, but it's just so freaking annoying. But anyway, mastering yourself is not something that comes overnight. You have to spend some time doing this. And I don't know that you will ever fully know who you are, like 100%. But I know that you can know who you are 1% every day, because we're constantly changing, we're constantly evolving, we're constantly growing. So things are going to change about us. Something that I might have liked yesterday, I might not like today. And I'll learn that about myself as I grow and as I experience. But starting the process is the most important part of learning. That's all I have for you guys today on this beautiful Tuesday. It is such a beautiful day outside. I'm in Florida. I don't know where you all are tuning in from, but Florida is super beautiful today on October 15th. It's not too hot, not cold at all, because we all know Florida don't get cold. But I really do hope you enjoy the rest of your day. And I also hope that this message helped you in one way or another. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, I don't know, whatever. I love making these videos for anyone who's willing to listen. And until next week, bye.